Good morning. The ceremony will begin shortly. Please take a moment to silence all electronic devices. As a gentle reminder, all personnel participating in the ceremony exercise caution to ensure that wings will not be pinned in an aggressive manner that will cause any injury to the soldiers. All pinning ceremonies must be conducted with the utmost respect for the dignity and physical well-being of the graduates. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of Bravo Company's 2nd Battalion, 210th Aviation Regiment, Captain Conley.
Good morning. Let me be the first to welcome you all to Fort Eustis. Thank you for coming out today. This is a great crowd, a good turnout. Today we have the pleasure of graduating students from 2 different MOSs, 2 classes of 15 Tango Black Hawk mechanics, and 1 class of the 15 Yankee armament repairers for the Apache airframe. Again, thank you to all the families that are here in person and virtually. I know the students couldn't have gotten through this without your support throughout their lifetimes raising them, and then through basic training and ultimately this course. I know your support has meant a lot to them and helped push them through this course. So it's great to see you all here, and thank you for coming. To the students, congratulations. You've finished just the beginning of your career. You're now qualified as mechanics, whether it's on the Black Hawk or the Apache, and you're going to get ready to start your journey and career in the Army. Continue to foster the relationships you've built here. I met some of my best friends in my initial training, and they helped get me through my career and give me guidance along the way. So continue to foster those relationships and build each other up and work just as hard as you did in this course when you get to your first unit. At this time, I get to present a brigade coin to the distinguished honor grads, one from each of the classes that will graduate today. These were the highest performing students throughout the course. They excelled everywhere and set the example of what a good mechanic and soldier looks like throughout their time here. They excelled on practical exercises, exams, and physical events throughout this course, and we're going to recognize them with a brigade coin. It has the brigade motto, "Born Under Fire," and the brigade emblem. It looks like that logo on the wall there. All right, how about a round of applause for them? At this time, we'll get to the important part, the graduation. Thank you again for coming out.
At this time, we ask all veterans in attendance to please stand. Thank you for your selfless service and sacrifice in the defense of our nation. Please be seated. Distinguished guests, family members, and friends, on behalf of the 128th Aviation Brigade Command Team, welcome to today's graduation ceremony for 15 Tango UH-60 helicopter repair classes 115-25 and 116-25, and 15 Yankee AH-64 armament electrical avionics systems repair class 023-25. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation given by Chaplain Coltrane and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Good morning. I invite you to pray. Let us pray. Almighty God, we pause to give thanks for this day of accomplishment and purpose. We thank you for these soldiers who have completed the challenging training for aviation maintainers, training that required discipline, resilience, and teamwork. We are grateful for the instructors, the drill sergeants, leaders, families, and loved ones whose support made this moment possible. Bless their continued influence and sacrifice. I ask that you grant them wisdom in decision-making, courage under pressure, and humility in leadership. May they always remember that lives depend upon their skill, their integrity, and their commitment to the mission and to each other. Watch over them now as they serve on the ground and in the air. Keep them safe, strengthen their resolve, and guide their paths as they uphold the values of duty, honor, and selfless service. I ask these things in your holy name. Amen.
Please be seated. Army aviation maintenance training began at Fort Eustis, Virginia in 1954. Since its beginning, Fort Eustis has continued a legacy of maintenance training excellence, training active duty, National Guard, and Army Reserve soldiers, along with Air Force personnel and international partners, with a lineage that dates back to Operation Just Cause in Panama. The Army redesignated the United States Army Aviation Logistics School as the 128th Aviation Brigade on February 1st, 2012. Today, the 128th Aviation Brigade trains over 5,500 soldiers annually in every Army aviation helicopter specialty. A 15 Tango UH-60 helicopter repair is primarily responsible for the maintenance of the UH-60 Black Hawk helicopters. They remove and install aircraft subsystem assemblies such as engines, rotors, gearboxes, transmissions, and mechanical flight controls, service and lubricate aircraft and subsystems, prepare aircraft for inspections and maintenance checks, and diagnose or troubleshoot faults for all aircraft components. A 15 Yankee AH-64 armament electrical avionics systems repair diagnoses, troubleshoots, and repairs malfunctions in AH-64 Echo armament, electrical, and avionics systems and components. This includes performing maintenance, authorized modifications, and alignment on aircraft weapon components, fire control units and sighting elements, electronic and mechanical devices, repairs, replaces, and performs operational and preventative checks and alignment on aircraft flight controls, stabilization systems, avionics, and controlled cryptographic equipment. They also perform munition arming procedures on forward arming and refueling points. The guest speaker for today's ceremony is Mr. Joder Zayas. Mr. Zayas enlisted in the United States Army in 2011 as a 15 Tango UH-60 helicopter repair and crew member, and is currently serving as a 15 Yankee instructor. Please join us in giving a warm welcome to Mr. Joder Zayas.
I feel right at home because I have taught tangos and I have taught Yankees. So for me, it's almost like they're all my students. But today we're not talking about me, we're talking about you, right? So there is a story of a 6 to 7 year old boy that had the ability to fly. He lived in a place called Neverland. You might know who that is, right? Although movies depict him as a 12 to 14-year-old, the story says that he has still his baby teeth, so around 6 to 7 years old. His name was Peter Pan. The boy grew up, the boy never grew up. His adventures, we all know, but there is something we do ignore about Peter Pan. There is a syndrome not acknowledged by psychology, but is used in certain settings. And I know that I am probably raising my voice. My wife has tried to lower it for 25 years, so I don't think it's going to happen today, so bear with me, please. This syndrome is called Peter Pan syndrome. This syndrome is used for those that, knowing they must accept adult responsibilities and obligations, persist in living in Neverland and reject these natural outcomes of life. I think that applies to all of us, right? When your wife tells you, hey, you're going to clean that, well, you don't have to repeat it every 6 months. So that's part of that issue that I think most of us face. Life is made of phases. The phase when you depend completely on your parents, when you were an infant. The phase when you are told, hey, you have to clean your room, if you have to make your bed, and you go ahead, grab the lawnmower and start. You are now facing a new phase. You're now confronting that new phase in your life, soldiers. I am going to show you how to avoid this Peter Pan syndrome with this new phase that you're facing. There's a scary word, it's called responsibilities. Infants don't have them, But unfortunately, we adults, we have them, and we have a lot of them. And the more we grow, the more they multiply. Now that you have reached this phase in your life, what are your responsibilities? One way or another, it's up to you to decide, right? Now, it is not a toy that you will be working on. It is not your granddaddy's truck. It is a flying marvel of engineering, a tactical helicopter. So that should lead you to a self-development. You should self-develop. You should look for ways to develop yourself. Do not work on your job. Work on yourself. Because when you work on yourself, you end up improving in your profession. You see how that works? Read books, but do not read the same books everyone is reading because you have nothing to say. Unless you want to think just like the herd mentality, right? Someone said, you want a new idea? Read an old book. You will find treasures in them, and you will grow in different manners. Now, there's something that in Neverland you do have. Fun, right? Having fun either in Neverland or in reality. Which one is it? Which one will make you better than yesterday? Outside of work, you may have fun and enjoy your games, but you must decide if your life will fly to Neverland or to reality. Watch that you do not confuse your games with your profession. There is no respawning in aviation. If you are reckless in maintenance, you cannot turn time back, and you're going to have to accept adult consequences. Outside of work, play your games and have fun with your friends, but always think of the consequences of tomorrow, especially when Monday is coming up. Ask yourself questions to avoid this Peter Pan syndrome. How will this action affect my development? How will this action produce a negative reaction tomorrow? How will going to bed late affect my performance tomorrow? Lastly, I'm going to close out with a poem. And here it goes. The view of the future, isn't it something we desire and nurture? Can we get of it a quick view? Can we have minutes of it, but a few? Oh, but these soldiers have seen a piece of that future and has made them gleam. First day of school, hours of learning, looking to the future and yearning. The incredible aircraft they faced with instruments in hand and much haste. The shining monitors they studied, impressive to their mind and ignorance buried. Days pass and fear is gone. They felt like kings sitting in their thrones. Their courage and effort have brought them here, with some tears from family, but now they cheer. Anxiety has the exams brought, but in their courage they have fought. Now they have arrived at the beginning. Their career is only starting. The exams and trainers now rest. Welcome to Army Aviation, above the best. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that we will now present diplomas to the graduates. Please feel free to move around and take photos throughout the presentation. The distinguished graduate is that soldier who received the highest marks throughout the course. These graduates are selected on academic standing, leadership, physical fitness, and discipline. The distinguished graduate will receive a certificate of achievement from the 128th Aviation Brigade and a brigade coin. The distinguished graduate for 15 Tango Class 115-25 is Private First Class Gage Burris. Private First Class Burris is from Byesville, Ohio, and will be assigned to the 10th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Drum, New York. The distinguished graduate for 15 Tango Class 116-25 is Private First Class Carlos Pizarro Garcia. Private First Class Pizarro Garcia is from Ponce, Puerto Rico, and will be assigned to the Puerto Rico National Guard. The distinguished graduate for 15 Yankee Class 023-25 is Private First Class Randy Teagarden. Private First Class Teagarden is from Wesley Chapel, Florida, and will be assigned to the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade, Camp Humphreys, South Korea. The honor graduate is that soldier who is the second highest graduate of their class. They will receive a certificate of achievement from the 128th Aviation Brigade. The honor graduate for 15 Tango Class 115-25 is Private First Class Christopher Cabrera Aponte. Private First Class Cabrera Aponte is from Avon Park, Florida, and will be assigned to 25th Combat Aviation Brigade, Wheeler Army Airfield, Hawaii. The honor graduate for 15 Tango Class 116-25 is Private First Class Chase Coates. Private First Class Coates is from Barnardsville, North Carolina, and will be assigned to the 4th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Carson, Colorado. The honor graduate for 15 Yankee Class 023-25 is Private Second Class Mayan Sabelko. Private Second Class Sabelko is from West Allis, Wisconsin, and will be assigned to the 1st Armored Division Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Bliss, Texas. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take the next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Private First Class Thaddeus Bradley. Private First Class Bradley is from Lake Stevens, Washington, and will be assigned to the Washington National Guard. Private First Class Jacob Lydell. Private First Class Lydell is from Parker, Colorado, and will be assigned to the 4th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Carson, Colorado. Private Second Class James Banks. Private Second Class Banks is from Roselle, Illinois, and will be assigned to the 10th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Drum, New York. Private Second Class Victor Cabrera. Private Second Class Victor Cabrera is from Salem, Arkansas, and will be assigned to the Arkansas National Guard. Private Second Class Brandon Chavez. Private Second Class Chavez is from Grants, New Mexico, and will be assigned to the 4th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Carson, Colorado. Private Second Class Caden Cook. Private Second Class Cook is from Tucson, Arizona, and will be assigned to the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade, Camp Humphreys, South Korea. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take the next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Private Second Class Aiden Kovac. Private Second Class Kovac is from Sycamore, Illinois, and will be assigned to the 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade, Hunter Army Airfield, Georgia. Private Second Class William Mrozinski. Private Second Class Mrozinski is from Wausau, Wisconsin, and will be assigned to the 82nd Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Private Second Class Trayson Putnam. Private Second Class Putnam is from Eagle Point, Oregon, and will be assigned to the 4th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Carson, Colorado. Private Second Class Rylan Weber. Private Second Class Rylan Weber is from Hooper, Utah, and will be assigned to the 16th Combat Aviation Brigade, Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington. Private First Class Ian Beatty. Private First Class Beatty is from Leland, North Carolina, and will be assigned to the 10th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Drum, New York. Private First Class Andrew Carney. Private First Class Carney is from Fishers, Indiana, and will be assigned to the 1st Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Riley, Kansas. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take the next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Private First Class Derek Clark. Private First Class Clark is from East Hampton, Connecticut, and will be assigned to the Connecticut National Guard. Private First Class Nicholas Croto. Private First Class Croto is from Winnebago, North Carolina, and will be assigned to the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade, Camp Humphreys, South Korea. Private First Class Brody Macklin. Private First Class Macklin is from Surprise, Arizona, and will be assigned to the 4th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Carson, Colorado. Private First Class Finley Shaw. Private First Class Shaw is from Wimberley, Texas, and will be assigned to 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade, Camp Humphreys, South Korea. Private First Class Preston Wilkin. Private First Class Wilkin is from Canyon Lake, California, and will be assigned to the 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade, Hunter Army Airfield, Georgia. Private First Class Casey Williams. Private First Class Williams is from Moreno Valley, California, and will be assigned to the 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade, Hunter Army Airfield, Georgia. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take the next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Private First Class Connor Willinger. Private First Class Willinger is from Baltimore, Maryland, and will be assigned to the 1st Armored Division Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Bliss, Texas. Private Caleb Jim. Private Jim is from Billing, Montana, and will be assigned to the Montana National Guard. First Lieutenant Mohammed Al-Malki. First Lieutenant Al-Malki is from Qatar and has served in the Qatar Emiri Air Force for 10 years. Specialist Stephen Klein. Specialist Klein is from Oil City, Pennsylvania, and will be assigned to the 12th Combat Aviation Brigade, Katterbach, Germany. Specialist Dakota Martin. Specialist Martin is from Austin, Texas, and will be assigned to the 4th Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Carson, Colorado. Specialist Ryan Wise. Specialist Wise is from Crestview, Florida, and will be assigned to the 12th Combat Aviation Brigade, Katterbach, Germany. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take their next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Specialist Gian Urena. Specialist Urena is from Pharr, Texas, and will be assigned to the 12th Combat Aviation Brigade, Katterbach, Germany. Private First Class Robert Brummett. Private First Class Brummett is from San Antonio, Texas, and will be assigned to the 12th Combat Aviation Brigade, Katterbach, Germany. Private First Class Grady Hepner. Private First Class Hepner is from Albany, Georgia, and will be assigned to the 1st Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Riley, Kansas. Private First Class Fernando Treadway. Private First Class Treadway is from Greenville, Tennessee, and will be assigned to the 12th Combat Aviation Brigade, Katterbach, Germany. Private Second Class Antonio Carpenter. Private Second Class Carpenter is from Bear, Delaware, and will be assigned to the 1st Air Cavalry Brigade, Fort Hood, Texas. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take the next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the newest members of the Army Aviation family. Now we turn to a special part of our ceremony. The distinguished graduate will present a token of appreciation to Mr. Joder Zayas. This symbolizes our sincere gratitude for their presence and the wisdom they have imparted. Their words today have not only enlightened us, but have also added a meaningful dimension to this important milestone in our graduates' journey. The team of non-commissioned officers and civilian instructors who trained and mentored the graduates are assigned to the 1st Battalion, 222nd Aviation Regiment, the 1st Battalion, 210th Aviation Regiment, and the 2nd Battalion, 210th Aviation Regiment. Together, this outstanding team instructed your soldiers in discipline, physical fitness, and fundamental aviation maintenance practices. They led and mentored America's sons and daughters so that one day they too may become a non-commissioned officer. The instructors and drill sergeants for today's graduating classes are Sergeant First Class Anthony Irvin, Staff Sergeant George Schulte, Mr. Joder Zayas, Drill Sergeant Vaman, and Drill Sergeant Hibbard. Please join us in giving a round of applause to these outstanding drill sergeants and instructors. Please rise for the playing of the Aviation Song and the Army Song. We ask that all soldiers in uniform remain standing and join us in reciting the Aviation Mechanics Creed and the Soldier's Creed. Family and friends, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's graduation ceremony. Please come forward to congratulate your soldiers and take photographs. Thank you for attending Above the Best, Born Under Fire.